fun. Find out how you can troubleshoot problems with your AC before having to get some expensive help. It's coming up. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Now, we've been listening to Kimmy talking about triple digits possibly headed our way this week. So we want our AC to work and work well for us. So we have Mike Donnelly with us from Donnelly Service Repair to tell us a little bit of these things that we need to do to make sure our AC is running well for us when we really need it to crank up.
Right. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me on. So the first thing we're going to do is turn your air conditioning on today. Run it for a couple of hours.
So why today?
Well, before you really need it. So lots of us say, oh, I didn't turn my AC on until it was 105 or 110. You know, that's great, but let's find out if it's gonna work when you need it.
Right.
So turn it on, run it a couple hours, listen to it, and figure out. You'll know if it's cooling or not.
Right. We should know. But we're listening for what?
We're listening for strange noises, or if it's buzzing, screeching, anything out of the normal, and then turn it off, and you probably need to get somebody to look at it if it's making a bunch of racket.
Is there a temperature that you'd like us to stay at? And you know, I find I kind of crank mine down and I crank it up, but I know steady's probably better.
You're right. Set it and forget it is very efficient, unless you're on a time of use rate with the utility. But 78 degrees is kind of the norm. And for every degree you can live cooler or warmer than that, you'll save 2 to 3% on your electrical usage.
Okay,
right?
78, try 78. You brought a couple filters with you. What are these and what should we be looking for?
So this is, if your filter looks like this, it's time to change it. And most of us probably haven't changed it all winter long. So let's go out and change it and put in a nice clean white one. And the changing your filters, the single easiest thing that a homeowner can do to save money and get all the performance out of their air conditioner that they're paying for.
And then I just think of allergies and, you know, the dust and pollens this must collect. So
yeah, well, you can see all the stuff in your house. Right, yes.
Okay, so you brought some circuit breakers and things with you as well. What are these things and what are we looking for here?
Well, if you go to your stat and the unit doesn't come on, a lot of these smart stats will tell you if the batteries are bad, but if sometimes you check your batteries, see if there's nothing on the screen, you can change the batteries. You could pull it off the wall, and then if it's dead, and it seems like the batteries are good, next trip is to your electrical panel, and your breaker should be in the on position. If sometimes it's a little, you can shut it to off, and then hard click to on.
Okay.
Now you go back to the stat, see if you have any action. If not, there's one more thing that homeowners can do, you know, before they call somebody, and this is a fuse disconnect box. It's usually on the side of the unit or on the roof, and there's a set of fuses in it. And you could take the fuses down to your local hardware store. They can test them, and they're, you know, a few dollars each, and they come out of the disconnect, and not easily.
Yeah,
but,
you had to work for it.
I had to work for it. Sometimes you'll see the connections are burned or discolored.
Awesome. And if not, we just come see you.
Well, that would be great.
And say hello.
Yeah.
And your dad actually started the company back in 1976, working with Pops over there. So I always love a family business. That's really cool.
Well, I've been blessed to work with my dad for 28 years, so it's awesome.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. Great info.